that the same stimulus creates different responses in people, then it's not the stimulus which is creating the response, it is different people creating different response to the same stimulus. If stimulus was creating the response, then same stimulus will create same response in everybody. Are there any irritating people in our life? Oh, she says so many. Sister, after all this, you can't say there are so many irritating people in my life. Very, very careful with vocabulary which we talk to ourselves. If I say, you are the irritating person in my life, I have immediately said, whatever I feel here is because of you. Each time we are saying this, because it is so ingrained since many years, or maybe many births also. It is so ingrained, but every time we believe that, we are depleting soul power. It's suppose I say, whether my hand moves up or down is dependent on you. And I start living my life like that. It is in my control, but I believe it is in your control. Illusion. So what happens? When you tell me move, I move. When you say put it down, put it down. And I can actually live a lifetime believing this. And when I live a lifetime believing this, I am not using my power. I am not using my power. So how many irritating people in our life? How many irritating people in my life? Say, I created irritation in response to what they did. Sister, list becomes? Why it's important to make the list smaller? Because then at least we have to change only one person. If there are so many irritating people, like she said, then I have to change so many people to be happy. And then what? We can't change them, that also we know, but yet we spend a lifetime trying to do that. Why do we try to do that? Because we believe they are the cause of irritation. So for me to be happy, they will have to change. So that one illusion has to go. So no one can create my irritation, no one can create my anger, no one can create my hurt, and most important, no one can create my happiness. It's not only the negative emotions, even the most beautiful emotions, I am creating in response to what they have done. They are not giving me happiness. We have this firm belief system, I have to make everyone happy. Very deep illusion that I can make people happy. The only way I can radiate happiness to people is by being happy myself, not by doing things for them. If I do something for somebody, they will get that thing. If I cook for you, you will get the food I give. If you eat that, your body will be full. But if you say, I cooked for you, now be happy. I did this for you, now be happy. Because we can spend a lifetime, especially with closed families, saying, I did this for my family, I did this for my family. In fact, my whole life, I only did for my family. Yet they are not happy. Doesn't it happen sometimes? I did so much for my children, yet they are not happy. I sent them to the best school, I gave them the best facility. But best school can give them education, cannot give them happiness. So we have to be very clear, when I do something for people in the outer world, they will only get that thing in the outer world. But if I want to radiate happiness to somebody, I will have to be happy. If while doing what I was doing for my family, if I created worry, if I created anxiety, if I created fear, then while doing everything, what is the fragrance I radiated to them? Of my stress, anxiety, fear, and that's what they will absorb. What we are carrying here is our energy field. It's like the perfume we wear. You wear your perfume in the morning, the rest of the people you meet during the day have no choice, they will get it. Now whether they like it or they don't like it, If they want to be around you, they will get it. Now choose, what perfume do I wear every morning in my energy field? So now if I say, Chinta to normal hai, ye to normal hai, that's my perfume, that's my energy field. Everybody around me is getting met. So what I'm able to do for people and what I'm able to give people is two completely different things. I could do a lot for people and not be able to give happiness. I could do nothing for someone and yet be able to give happiness, because here and here is two different worlds altogether. But we thought when I do for people, they should be happy. So doing and being are separate. So what you're being and what you're doing, we have to separate. Don't think just because I did for you, now you should be happy. I am happy so I can give you happiness. But after that also, whether you want to be happy or no will depend on you. So we cannot make people happy and people cannot make us happy. This is one work which we have to do for ourselves. So lesser responsibility. Lesser responsibility. Otherwise हमने जिम्मेवारी उठा ली है दुनिया को खुश करने की, क्योंकि हमने सोचा हम दुनिया को खुश करेंगे, दुनिया हमको खुश करेगी. यही सोचा ना, मैं आपको खुश करूंगी, आप मेरे को खुश करेंगे. सबको सिर्फ कितने लोगों को खुश करना था? मुझे सिर्फ किसको खुश रखना था? एक को. हमने छोटा काम छोड़ दिया, बड़ा काम करने लग गए. एक को खुश करना था, मैंने सोचा मुझे इसको भी खुश करना है, इसको भी खुश करना है, इसको भी, रिश्तेदारों को भी खुश करना है, दोस्तों भी खुश. एंड फिर इतना किया और बोला अभी भी खुश नहीं होते. How many of you have found that everyone is contented with you every time? No. So don't even make that the agenda of your life, because that's the easiest way to be unhappy. Because I believe everyone should be contented with me. People will be contented only based on their way of thinking, not based on what I am doing, which is a stimulus for them. Their response will be their choice. So don't get hurt if you do a lot for someone and they're still not happy. What you did for them was the stimulus. Whether they will be happy or no will depend on their way of thinking. I need to keep doing my karma. But if I say I did so much and you're not happy, so now I am hurt, then I myself am the cause of my pain, because I believed I can make people happy. So now we have to take care of how many people? Isn't that lesser work? And isn't that easier work? Oh, no. Making other people happier is easier than making your own self happy? Hanji? Making other people happier is easier? No, not at all. Making ourselves easier, happy is easier? वो भी easy नहीं है, वो भी easy नहीं, ये भी easy नहीं है. Who is creating this? If I'm clear with that, then even if I'm creating an uncomfortable thought, let's say the phone rang. Whoever rang the phone, thank you so much for that. Let's say the phone rang and I create a thought which is not right. At least I'm aware I am creating this thought, and second, I'm aware I can change it. Third, I can sit back and change it. Initially, it will take me 10 minutes to change it. After that, it will take me 2 minutes to change it. After that, it will take me few seconds to change it. And after that, I will create the right thought right when the phone rings. But at least I know where to work. At least I will not look back and stare at her, because I know her phone is nothing to do with here. So this is a very powerful tool. I was at someone's place and their 2-year-old child was crying. And the mummy said, "Bacha, bas, stop crying, stop crying." He looks back at her and says, "Mujhko aur rona hai." I said, what clarity, very good. And believe me, honestly, after 2 minutes or 3 minutes, he kept crying. And after 2-3 minutes, he looked back at her and he said, "Ho gaya." And I said, this is life. This is how we need to be. Rona hai na? Ro. बट क्लैरिटी से रो एंड अपने आप को बोलो कितनी देर और रोना है, अभी हो गया, 2 minutes इनफ. This is power, and this power can change our destiny, because then it's all come back to me. But we are very helpless and powerless when we feel the world decides how I feel inside. So my every thought first affects my feeling, then my every thought radiates to my body. So my health is decided based on how I think. Third, my every thought radiates to people for whom it was created. So if I think about you here, it goes faster than your WhatsApp message. Yes. It's the first level of communication. Communication is not here. Communication is not even here. Communication is what I am thinking about people. Many of our relationships are getting complicated only because we are not thinking nice about them, even though we are talking nicely to them, even though we are behaving nicely with them, but we are not thinking nicely with them. And if we just take that today and change how we are thinking about the other person, relationship will change. Relationship is not here. Relationship is how I think about you here.